Alright, welcome to Spaz on Wheels, the Triumph Edition. So in one of the last videos I posted, I was able to ride a 1200 Tiger, one of my friend's bikes, a couple that I know, and I was able to give a long test ride. So, and by the way, it's cold out. It's a whopping 44 degrees according to the bike right now. So, but I picked up last weekend this 2020 Triumph Tiger Desert Edition. I have never rode bikes like this, like I said in the last video. I have never really done off-road. I basically have rode cruisers and Harleys and Indians and all baggers and cruisers, and that's all I've ever rode. So this is a completely new adventure for me. So I have a lot of clothes I have to buy now. I did happen to put luggage on this bike, so I've now got I didn't have those the first couple days. Look, warning label for motorcycles, uneven lanes. It looks like they've put down some fresh blacktop on that side. Wonder what they're going to do this side. Anywho, so I am officially now got a Triumph to ride. My wife actually let me trade her Harley-Davidson Street Glide, and she took over my Indian Chieftain. So she'll be riding the Indian Chieftain. I still have a Softail Breakout, and I have this. Long-term goal is to get a Challenger that matches the bronze that I have on my Chieftain, or I should say my wife's Chieftain, as this will be my daily driver until then. So it is a completely different style of riding. Like I said in the past, I'm like, ooh, that's gonna be fun to come back on. This is not my style of riding. I've never done this kind of riding before, so it is very unique. It's more comfortable than I expected. I thought this would be very uncomfortable. You wouldn't be able to do long rides on this kind of seat, in this seating position. I'm used to having, you know, floorboards and your feet way the hell out here, and not pegs, and in this more what technically I guess is a neutral position, because it feels pretty neutral. So I am hoping that what will happen on this channel is I'm going to convert this over. It's still going to be all Spaz on Wheels, because it's Spaz all the time, and it's going to have to do with wheels. It's just the wheels are changing a little bit. But I do want to get into more motorcycle camping, sort of mix a little bit of like bushcraft, so it's very minimalistic on what hardware I take with me. And you know, do I even have a tent? Do I just have a tarp? It'll be interesting to see what I can do with the weather patterns in Kansas, and if I go a little bit south into Oklahoma throughout the winter, as we get into winter here. But as you can tell by the trees lacking leaves, it got windy here in Kansas, and fall came and it basically took all the leaves out. So it is, you know, rocking right around 40 degrees out here today. I am wearing a heated jacket, something I had on my Harley gear, this is a jacket made by Mobile Warming. No sponsorship by anyways, I'm just mentioning what I actually use. I'm not sponsored by anybody. As you can tell, I don't have enough followers to even think about being sponsored at this point. But I do have this Mobile Warming jacket. I do have heated hand grips turned on right now, and roasty toasty hands with the wind guards on the front here. The hand guards, man, those hand guards are awesome. This little windshield does a great job. I have put almost 400 miles on this bike already, so I'm getting close to having the first service done for the break-in period. So I'm almost to the point of just being able to wrench on the motor, but we're still taking it easy. I am doing a little bit of gravel here and there just to get used to standing up on the pegs and riding that. I'll probably take a little deviation in a second here once I see a decent gravel road to maybe cut down. And it's just a completely different style of riding, and I enjoy it. It's almost like a reinvigoration. Not that I wasn't, you know, loved riding. I loved riding. But it was, you know, the same old, same old. You're stuck to the roads. You're stuck to, you know, so basically if you live in an area and you don't go very far from home, you ride the same roads every day. Well, I have new roads to ride. So, or lack of roads for that matter, if I really want to. But it's different, and it's really got me thinking about, man, I wish I would have done some of this stuff younger. I'm, you know, in my 40s and early 40s, super early 40s, barely past 40. Let's put it that way. I should have been on dirt. I should have, you know, I was a guy who used to ride BMX bikes as a kid, and oh, that would have been a good road. I could have went up 800. You know, it's all new to me, so it makes me feel like a kid again a little bit. So I like it. I think we'll see how far this goes. I think this road up here is gravel, and I think it is actually a road. So if it is, we're going to turn left and we're going to go on it. Or it might be paved, but it'll take me to one. We'll take this. Yeah, it's paved, but that's alright. We'll take this road. I haven't been on this road in a while. Or actually, I don't think I've ever been on this road. But it's got a lot of pick up and go. And which it's a different type of ride. And yes, I could lift the front tire if I really want to. That is not hard to do. So let's talk about the bike a little bit. This is, like I said earlier, a 2020 Tiger 1200, the Desert Edition. The Desert Edition, there's a couple different models. There's a model that is there's an XR series and there's an XC series. The XR series is road, and the XC series is considered, I don't know, cross-country, off-road, whatever. It's a touring / off-road, a little bit more off-road capable than the XR series. In that XC series, which this sort of falls into, there is a XCX and an XCA. I'm gonna take this little gravel road here. I have no idea where it goes, but we're gonna take this. And this will be interesting because I've never done this and talked at the same time. So let's just get it into a comfortable gear and stand up and ride. So the XCX is the lower model, the XCA is the top. This one falls right between them. So it's sort of a middle of the road. One thing that this one has that the lower model doesn't is shift assist, which I just used. I did not use my clutch, and I shifted up to third from second gear. So one of the things I guess you're supposed to get used to on these bikes is sort of the standing neutral position, trying to be the weightless rider, as some people will call it. There's some loose gravel over there. Let's just stay in this groove. One other thing that I've, you know, just paying attention to videos and other people who do this stuff on a regular basis more than I ever have, is you really need to be looking a lot further ahead. Don't look right in front of your tire. You've got to plan your route, where you're going to go. So like in this case, I don't want to hit that center strip because that's super loose, and I don't know how well I can actually personally handle that stuff. But, you know, the tires I have on this bike are not really made for heavy off-roading right now. They are like I believe they're considered basically a 90-10. So 10% off-road, 90% on-road. And they are not exactly really great at dealing with, you know, mud and stuff like that. So I'll stay out of mud if I can help it. There was some rain yesterday and today, so. A lot of just clutch and throttle control, and just let the bike do what it wants to do a little bit and just sort of suggest where you want it to go. A lot more rear brake than you do in front brake too. So, but these are things you know, I don't know all this stuff that well. A lot of it's, you know, literally YouTube-ish, watching other people do it. Oh, this looks gnarly uphill. I'm gonna get myself in a gear I like. We'll just stay in second right now. So, a little uphill. So I've got, you know, it's got a off-road suspension. It's fully adjustable. A lot of different modes, comfort and everything else. We're gonna take it slow down this hill. You know, it's let's just keep it in gear in case I want to gun it if I start sliding where I don't want to be. And just feather the clutch a little bit. Yeah, so I really don't know. And I probably could take this a lot faster, but I don't know my capabilities yet. I'm going to plan to do a school at some point. I really want to, you know, I want to learn, see what I can do, make sure that I don't like wreck myself. I'm not wearing appropriate gear really if I went down right now, so I got to be a little careful. So I got traction control on this one as well, so I'm not even in off-road mode right now. I probably should put it in off-road mode. But I mean, this road's not too bad. It's a pretty hard packed gravel on this side over here. The other side was a little bit looser. There's some loose gravel, but it's not horrible. Here we're in third gear. Doing about 30 miles an hour. She's dancing a little bit below me because there's a little bit more washed out loose rock here. But it's a smooth ride. So just let the bike dance a bit and do its thing. Actually, super confident as far as I don't feel like I'm going down at this point. So I'll get a little bit faster as I get used to the bike, but I don't want to end up in that ditch and, you know, get pulled over into that. Little rocks there. Sit down and bring this to a stop up here. I don't know which way I want to go. I think we'll just keep going straight. Probably should put the bike in off-road mode. Let's just fix that quick. Hit the mode button, go over here. And now we're in off-road mode. Alright, so this bike has 5 different modes. Rain, road, what is it? Rain, road, off-road, off-road pro. There's one more. I don't remember what the other one is. Probably comfy touring mode. So, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. Hello, cow. I feel like I can go a little bit faster. So we're doing about 40 miles an hour on gravel. Oh, she's getting a little looser up here. Just hold the handlebars a little loose so the bike can do what it needs to do. So far the bike hasn't skidded out too much, even with these not so good tires. So, but again, this is really loose, not rocky stuff. You know, it's more just hard packed gravel with a little bit of loose gravel on top. The other day I was riding, and I didn't have camera on me, but I had 4 deer cross my path, and I had to slam on the rear brake as I was coming up on them, so it wasn't too cool. So that was an experience. So question for the viewers, you know, how many of you would consider or have even done like off-road or ADV or adventure biking style stuff? And if you haven't, you're one of those cruiser people like I was, or a bagger person like I was, would you consider it as an option? And boy, can I tell you that this is a lot more brain consuming for me while trying to talk, because I'm really trying to think about what I'm doing while I'm talking. So either this is going to be great footage of me just talking and riding, or it's going to be great video of me crashing and burning. So let's hope the latter does not happen, because I really would like to not hurt the brand new bike. But I really do feel like, yeah, there's about 50 miles an hour. I think I can go faster. I just need to get comfortable with it, and then I figure out where that edge is where I start to feel uncomfortable. It's just if you come up and all of a sudden it's really sandy or shifty, I don't know what I would do. So it looks like we got some tarmac up here, I think, so I might swap it up. Oh, no, we're still on gravel. Alright, so this road's a little bit different. This is more dirt. Ooh, boy, she picks up fast. Gotta be careful. And it switches right back into a little bit of gravel. Car let me go. That was a nice lady. She didn't have to. She did not have to. I sort of hit that comfortable spot where I'm at like about 50 miles an hour on this gravel right now, so ooh, some bumps. Didn't even feel them. Wow. Did not even feel those bumps. This feels like definitely a workout. I'm feeling a little bit more of a workout in my back and my legs. I'm gonna have to really work on this standing and riding. This is new. Strengthen that core up a little bit. I might have to hit the gym. Jeez. So I believe we're coming back up on, this should be 56 up here, I think. Alright. Yeah, well, I just want to do a short video, just talk about the new bike and what I'm doing here and explain what's going on and what's new with me and this new bike and this new type of riding. So the clutch is the hardest thing to get used to on this bike. Oh, it's gonna be groove up here. Alright, so if you know, the content that you're seeing is something you maybe want to see, you want to see some motorcycling, some camping, some different kinds of bikes, everything from, you know, a soft-tail cruiser style bike to a bagger to an adventure bike, just let me know by subscribing, liking, and maybe hit the bell. I think I just did my first outro without even really thinking about it. So see you on the next episode. Hopefully we'll have some crazy maybe camping action next time, or at least in a couple episodes. First I gotta get this bike past service maintenance and get it fixed, get it done with its 500-600 mile service. And after that, then we can take this bike a little bit harder off-road. Maybe get some more crash bars for up on top. Alright, this is Spaz. I'm out. Get on some wheels.